Hiya, welcome to Play Phase Gaming. I'm Mark,
And I'm James.
and today we're talking about Pokemon Pokopia. So, James, I'm sure last time we made a video, I was almost taking the mick out of you because I thought you'd never be into this kind of game.
Do you know, to be honest, I really didn't think I would either. But I took your advice in good faith and I thought I'd give it a go. Really glad that I did. I'm not a big fan of the Animal Crossing game. But the concept was interesting. I am a Pokemon fan, so I suppose it makes sense that I give it a go. I dread to think how many hours I've plunged into it. Probably
Right,
too
so
many. I had
you got it on release day, same as me, didn't you?
yeah, I did, and I haven't been able
That's
to
a
put it down since.
distant
So
memory now, is it? Yeah, I mean,
pretty much.
it had really good reviews, didn't it? When it came out as well. I think that's what I was sending over to you as well, just to give you that extra bit of convincing.
Well, I'm surprised it got as good as Resident Evil. Two very different games,
Yeah.
very different concepts, very different artworks. So yeah, it was a worthwhile trade. I had started it twice because I messed up on the first occasion, but
How did you mess up?
didn't because I played it on a non-online account, so I couldn't transfer it or do anything with it. So I started again on my real account, and I literally haven't put it down since. It's too addictive. I think I'm pretty much done with the main storyline now. So what, we're 2 weeks in?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
doing a bit of catch up on it and stuff. But I mean, the main concept of it is it's very similar to Animal Crossing, I suppose. Even though you said you didn't like Animal Crossing, but it's got some fundamental differences, I think, which make it a bit more addictive. And the world is much bigger. Like when you play Animal Crossing, you're limited to that the island, the first island that you make. Yes,
Yeah.
you can play multiplayer and things like that with it, but you're limited to a small area. Building that up, growing vegetables and doing your house up, buying items and paying Tom Nook back all the millions that he has of you. But there's none of that really in Pokopia on the same level because the areas are so big. Is there 5 areas in total?
There are four main towns, I suppose, or islands, and then there's the main multiplayer one, which is Pallet Town, or whatever you decide to call it at the time. I've not progressed so much with that one, but the other four I've pretty much done. I've just got a couple of remaining little side tasks to do, and then fill the Pokedex. But I mean, on the whole, the game plays really, really well. It's frustrating when you're doing bits on it, when you're trying to get, or where you're trying to collect different Pokemon. You know, having to wait. But what else is not to like? I mean, it's
There's
Pokemon,
not
isn't
big
it?
waiting times in it, I suppose, though. I mean, the biggest waiting times are when you're rebuilding poke centers or getting big houses when you have to wait a full day. But that is similar to the timescales you'd get in Animal Crossing anyway, I suppose.
Yeah.
So it's really good for Animal Crossing fans, but also there's a lot of freedom and creativity in it, isn't there? Really, it's a bit more towards Minecraft then, I think, because you can literally, after a certain point in the game, when your character gets different powers as you progress, you learn a new
Yeah.
skill. And after a certain point, when you meet one Pokemon and he gives you a skill, you can then break the blocks of the entire world. And then they're in your inventory and you can build whatever you like out of them. then it becomes just like Minecraft. So you've got that whole creativity, and you can just destroy anything and rebuild it in another form if you want to, can't you? And I really enjoyed doing that.
Yeah, the whole idea of terraforming to your own preferences for your environment is pretty impressive. Um, I've read bits and bobs online that you can do other things with it, but I've not actually ventured down that at the moment. But yeah, as a game, I'm more than impressed with it. It's a totally different flip on the deck for any Pokemon game. Normally, you're playing the trainer and you're going out and catching them. On this one, totally different, but actually quite enjoyable at the same time. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I
I'm
mean, I'm
happy with
not a
it.
real big fan of, I didn't really grow up with Pokemon anyway, but I'm not a fan of the Pokemon games as such, because I think the battles especially can get very repetitive.
Yeah,
And it takes that away because there is no battles. And you're just basically creating habitats for Pokemon to appear in, attracting them, and then creating them a good place to live in and find out the mystery of where the humans have disappeared to
I haven't got
and
that
things like
far
that.
yet, but
No, no,
but
no,
yeah.
no. Me neither, but but that's the main concept of it, isn't it? You're trying to find out throughout that's the main story, trying to find out where the humans have gone. Why is there any Pokemon left on the planet?
I've got to
Um,
be honest. I'm praying to God they actually tell us and they don't make us wait, like
yeah,
because that would be a bit of a letdown. But so far so good. Like it gets a 10 out of 10 for me.
really,
It's
really,
yeah, yeah. It's totally different to the games that I would normally play, as we covered last in the last video. But it's just been it's a nice pick up after a long hard day at work, and just you want some downtime. Just
yeah,
pick up the
yeah.
Switch or play it on the TV and just crack on with it. It
hmm
wastes some time.
I
Um,
th- I think that because I was a fan of Animal Crossing, I got into that in lockdown initially, and then played more of it later. But that can be quite tedious in parts where not much happens one day, and then you just planting vegetables and waiting for them to grow, and then you sell them just to get money to pay your house off, which is a bit of yeah, it's a small gameplay loop in it, but it can become tedious. And I think in this Pokemon game, it's taken away really because there's so much to do. There is some of that in there. You do grow veg and you can trade it at the poker centers for things and stuff like that. There's endless amount of items. They just seem to throw items at you. The Pokemon are always giving you free items and stuff like that. They're very generous with that. And luckily there's no paid
no,
subscription in it or anything like that, you know?
there's no EA kind of catch on that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it's
But even
just
with games like Dreamlight Valley as well, which is a similar concept without the creativity, there's lots of paid stuff in that, and they're always trying to sell you something to buy a new outfit, a new house design or something. This is all given to you for free. Well, apart from the cost of a game initially, but you feel like you're getting real good value for money, I think, because the game is so huge in the first place. How many hours do you think you've put into it, Andy? You reckon?
I would imagine probably over 40 so far.
Really?
Yeah, but I I I worked out a bit of a not it's not a hack, it's more a common sense kind of thing. So, when you're building houses and buildings, you can there's nothing to stop you from doing one in one town, going to another town and setting a build off there. So the next day you can log straight in and all your buildings are all done. It saves a lot of the waste time if you do bulk building, I've found anyway.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you've got enough Pokemon to build for you, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been an interesting one. I think early on I found that I struggled, especially with the builders. Because I only had
Mm-hmm.
timber, and onyx, but as you
And
progress,
that's one of the cool things of it, isn't it? When you're building anything, you can build fountains, little habitats and big houses and stuff like that. But you always have to get Pokemon to help you with specific skills. So sometimes for a big house, for example, you might need 9 or 10 Pokemon to help you. For a small habitat, you might need one or two.
Yeah.
And then you've got to go find those Pokemon that have got those specific skills. You've got to find specific items as well, like wood and metals and bricks and stuff like that. And once you've got them, then the building progresses, and then you've got to wait a few hours or a day or something like that for it to progress. But it feels like you've achieved something at the end of it, I think, with after the wait. And
I found it remarkably difficult um, having to wait early on,
yeah,
because I just wanted to get cracking and see what the game was
that's
capable
because
of.
you've not played Animal Crossing.
It's probably, yeah,
There's a lot of waiting in that.
but there's no complaints from me. It's a solid 10 for me. I'm
Mhm.
really happy with the dynamics of the game. Storyline is basic, but then does it need to be complicated? Probably not.
No,
Uh,
and it's kind of padded out with, you find various little tablets and notes and books around that pad out the story, don't they? So you're slowly drip fed what's actually gone off. And you're not at the end yet, I'm not at the end, so I don't really know if they'll reveal what's happened to the humans or not. We'll have to wait and see and find out, won't we? But so what weaknesses do you think the game's got? Anything that you'd rather have in it?
um, I don't know. Maybe the odd battle probably be quite nice to throw in as
Mm.
a side quest. Um, I don't want to give too much away. I know we're already a couple of weeks behind schedule on playing it and doing the review, but um, the
We've
odd
been
battle
too
would
busy
be good.
playing it, though, haven't we?
I know, it's terrible. Um, the odd battle, yeah, and I think it would be nice to have a little bit of competition, much like the old games used to have, where you used to have to face off gym leaders and things like that. But obviously you can't because you don't know where the humans have gone. So
No.
it's difficult, really.
I thought at the end of each section, towards the end of the little biomes that are in there, that there's always the um, rare Pokemon that shows up and
Yeah,
doesn't actually move in, but they just show up. And maybe if they could have just had a quick battle with them or something, just to move on, so that there's very little in it or something, but just to break it up a bit, maybe.
that was one of the. I was reading a review last night, and people were saying that the only shame that they've got is that you can't keep the legendaries.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to go too far because you're not there, and some of the people that are watching this probably won't be either. But there are certain Pokemon that do crop up, and you think, right, okay, it's great, it's in the Pokedex, but actually, it'd be really handy to have that around the town.
Mm.
So, yeah,
But you never know. I mean, it's sold nearly 3 million copies, I think, now. So they might throw some DLC out in the future, you know.
I
And
don't think we're. I don't think it's going anywhere soon. I think they'll
uh,
they'll enhance it. They'll keep building on it. It's an obvious winner for them.
yeah, yeah.
I don't doubt that it will get into the rankings for Game of the Year. It plays that nicely.
Mm-hmm.
It's produced that well. The storyline is nice and relaxing. Yeah, I think they've done an absolutely cracking job with that.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy with it as well. I really enjoyed playing it. I'd probably give it a 9.5 or something, I think, just because I'll try and reserve the 10s for, I'm hoping, for something like GTA 6, which is, fingers crossed, going to turn up this year. But we'll have to see. I mean, as you say, Pokemon is definitely a contender for Game of the Year, 100%. And I think it would be Game of the Year last year, next
Yeah.
year, maybe. But also, Resident Evil Requiem is really, really good. And we've got GTA 6, and it's going to be a bit of a battle this year. I think we've got quite a few big boys coming out that they're going to, it'll be down to sales, I suppose, maybe at the end. But every man and his dog is going to go out and buy GTA 6, I think. Hopefully, everyone will get on board. I mean, the most recent update for Animal Crossing came out in January and added a new hotel to it and a few other things and stuff like that. To, give you a bit more playtime on it and stuff. But that's a 6-7 year old game now or so. So I suppose the cozy gamers out there really were looking for something big to play, and this is it, isn't it? Really, it scratches all those itches and more, really, because you weren't really a cozy gamer and you're loving it, aren't you? So
it's changed my mindset on different games now. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm more than happy with it. I like you. I'll buy GTA 6 when it comes out.
I mean, but they're totally different games, aren't they? Let's face it. But
they're worlds apart. Absolutely worlds apart. You can't define the difference really.
No.
Not simply. But again, Pokemon Pokopia is a big game. GTA 6 will be massive.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I started playing Pokopia, I remember looking at the map from the top of a cliff and just doing a 360 view and thinking, oh God, that's quite a big map.
Yeah,
But
it's quite
again,
overwhelming, wasn't it? I think at first as well. Yeah,
I think certain part of me can't help but think that Nintendo wanted it to be overwhelming. I think they wanted it to be. I think they wanted to wow the users and the players, as if to say, right, we've created this, go forth and have fun. Like, that'd be kind of cool if that was the real reason. Where you've got GTA 6, you just know it's going to be massive. There's no ifs or buts. It's got to be huge. They can't top 5 without making it just as big. So it's different where Pokopia is concerned, because you walk in to the game thinking, okay, this could be big, and then you get the shock. Whereas GTA 6, has to be. So
exactly.
Yeah.
And I never thought 2 months ago or 1 month ago that we'd be sat here discussing and comparing
the two
contenders
games
for Game of the Year are GTA 6 and Pokemon Pokopia.
Crazy.
but that's it, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. That was. Hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe, please. I'll see you again next time.